Nice difference.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
What's up, everybody? AEW tonight, coming to you live, blood and guts. And my God, blood and guts. I kind of got to admit it, AEW tonight was a fun show. That's what I would call it. I had a good time for 2 hours watching professional wrestling, no matter how much of it was... How can I put this without offending AEW fans? Very, let's just say, spotty. And I'll explain what I'm talking about throughout the night. How are you, Travis?
I'm good, but that was a good explanation. It was fun, and it was one of those things where it's like when you're watching one of those old, like, 80s movies almost, where you're like, man, that's so cheesy looking, but it's fun, so you're good with it.
Yeah, I am good with it. I had a good time tonight, but I'm sure if Jay was in here, which he'll probably be any moment now, there were parts of it that were, I'm sure we're going to hear from him. And if he doesn't come in here, then maybe I might have to point them out. But here's the card we're going to see for the main part. Main event's going to be Golden Elite versus the Blackpool Combat Club. And it was a very interesting situation that we had with them, Travis, where we got to see the Golden Child over here making his big-time Dynamite, splash tonight live featuring Kenny Omega. But a lot of things happen at the end of the night, Travis, that we're going to need answers for. A lot of questions. That was the one positive note about everything that happened tonight. There was good storytelling in the background, and we're going to get into it. Here's your full card right there. You're going to see MJF and Adam Cole take on Sammy and Daniel Garcia. Hook is going to take on Jungle Boy, or actually, no, Jungle Boy's... It says Jungle Boy there, but I think Jungle Boy's dead, Travis.
Go back a minute.
Real quick.
Go back 1 minute. 1 minute. Go back one slide.
Go back. We got to go forward, man.
Well, I was going to make a point. Look at this. 3 matches. And I feel like, I'm not saying do that every week, but I feel like that actually played to AEW's advantage tonight, because every match got a chance to shine instead of it feeling like it was a rushed product like it usually does.
Yeah. Okay, and listen, it was a good show, and they didn't need a lot. Shout out to Willow Nightingale for winning the Owens Hart Cup. Shout out to Ricky Starks for winning his Owen Hart Cup and disrespecting everybody out the door as he did it tonight. Blood and guts. Again, shout out to Willow. She did a good job, man. She had a big run. If you compare her career to everybody else last year, she's on a hotter run than many other wrestlers, man. She's killing it out there. So tonight we are going to see more of MJF and Adam Cole, baby. They're better than you, Travis. They're better than me.
They're better than all of us.
They're not better than me, but they damn well try their butts out. And, of course, the Golden Elite, Blood and Guts. Annual be pay-per-view. Should this be a pay-per-view event at this point, or do you like that it's a Dynamite event?
I don't know. I'm half and half. I feel like you could make it a pay-per-view. Like, people would watch it.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I feel like a lot of people would.
I feel like it's actually kind of nice. It's,
like a tradition kind of thing.
Yeah, and I'm one of those people who's just like, I don't need a pay-per-view every month to get me through.
Okay. All right. Well, Blood and Guts kicks off. Pyro coming out. And we get a nice shot here of Hook with his father, with Sabu, with Brian Cage. It's like an old school picture of the original kind of like, FTR club, or whatever you want to call them. I feel personally that Hook has, and even after tonight's decision with the way it was booked, has been booked perfect, in my opinion. He doesn't talk a lot. We don't know a lot about him. He is one of the few wrestlers that actually still has some mystique, because we don't know anything about him except what we see in the ring. Now, truth be told, in the ring, I like his movement for how long he's been doing it. His moveset, his attitude, his entrance, and he's a handsome devil, as his father would say if he was here. Hook is a winner, and tonight he showed that he could work. Mm-hmm. This was a phenomenal match. Jungle Boy, no longer Jungle Boy. I feel like Jungle Boy was buried right here. He comes out. He has a new look. He is not talking. He is better than everyone in the room. He has pure blood, Hollywood blood, DNA that other people dream about, Travis. And that's the vibe I get from him, that he's just sick and disgusted of these peasants that surround him, that want to chant for him sometimes and then boo him other times. He's done with all of them, man. Jack Perry is here, the man, Jack Perry. And Jack Perry is going to do whatever it takes to get the job done. Now, one complaint I had about this match is I feel like every company should only have one guy really that does the eye poke. When multiple people are doing the eye poke, it's losing its value. But whatever.
It's kind of like, in my opinion, AEW has completely trivialized the Canadian Destroyer. Like, every single person hits it.
There's a multitude of moves. The V-trigger, the super kick, the thrust punch, the European uppercuts, the forearms. The
more you see it. Oh my gosh. And you know how you talk about...
How many more?
You know how you talk about you hate that
learn how to punch, man. Punch.
You hate the spot. Right, like you were saying, you hate the spot where it's like a head scissors and they're just spinning around. And you're like, I hate that move.
Good my punches used to look. When I would punch someone in the face, if they didn't sell it, I would pick them up and fucking chop the shit out of them. And if they didn't sell the next one, I'd pick them up, fucking chop the shit out of them again and again and again and again and again and again. Just like my trainer did to me, Travis. You don't have a clue. I don't know who your trainer was, but I guarantee you, he was a cupcake compared to mine.
I'm sure he was. But how you talk about like the spinning head scissor move thing that you're like, I'm sick of that. I never want to see it again. That's how I feel about the elbow, yeah, boo, yeah. But I'm like, I'm so sick of seeing that. It's been overdone.
Yes, it has been overdone. Jay, Hook, yay or nay, taking the L tonight to Jack Perry.
I'm going to use a lot of profanity tonight to describe.
No, please, we haven't cursed yet.
I just watch. I'm still trying to comprehend.
One episode? We can't do one professional episode? Just one.
Can't do it.
We have to be on our best behavior after what happened last night.
Can't do it. First of all, I think we need to call Marty back because that would probably be better than what the hell I watched tonight. Please, Travis, call Marty a call, please.
I'll call Marty after we're done.
I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that's old school.
This way, when Travis falls asleep, I can do this.
Of what the fuck is going on? Maybe that's the case. Let me start off about this great match you guys talk about. Hook starts off with some punches. Rule number one when you're getting into a fight, learn how to fucking throw a punch. And Hook did not do that. I said Hook starts off with punches, but he can't throw punches. Yikes. And then he threw the softest punches on the body of Jack Perry I have ever seen in my life. That's exactly what I wrote on my first note right here. And then it just gets even more lost. Did Taz and Excalibur really fuck up this announcing on this match? Did Taz call his son a super hook punch? Did he just say that on live TV? Jesus Christ! Sometimes I look at Hook and I say, "Are you really? Is Taz your dad?" I don't know. You're supposed to be this human suplex machine. All you do is a couple belly to bellies. Your selling was what? Mediocre at its best. Your footwork sucks. You can't throw a freaking punch. What is going on? I knew this was a sign for disaster to come. I didn't know how worse it was going to get, but we'll get to that. But this was just not good to me. I'm not buying Jack Perry as a heel. I'm sorry. You can make little videos and nice packages. It's not working for me. Something's wrong with these guys. God rest their souls.
No sound,
I
Savage.
need more drinks for this fucking show.
I had to mute myself. Otherwise, I would have interrupted him 10 minutes ago because he's out of his mind. All right, but it's okay. He's entitled to his opinion, right? Now, Travis, what's your opinion on this match? Give it to me in 60 seconds.
So first of all, I disagree with Jay. I think that Jungle Boy is working far better as a heel than he ever did as a face. I think that the way he did that pin, I absolutely loved. He had like the most shit-eating grin you'll ever see. I loved it. I thought it was great heel work, and I think that it's funny that Jay is constantly saying this guy doesn't know how to throw a punch, because I'm willing to bet Jay's never thrown a punch in his life. So
Okay. He's willing to bet that you've never thrown a punch, Jay, in your life. And you know what? Jay's not here to defend himself. He's not here. Wait, he's here. Jay, have you ever thrown a punch in your life before? Because Travis said he's willing to bet that you've never punched.
I'll tell you what. I did get in my share of fights. I'm not a MMA fighter. I'm not a boxer, but I'll tell you what I can fucking do, Travis and everybody. I could throw a fucking punch. Okay? And what I saw tonight was no
Show him the punch, Jay.
If you like this little teddy bear, let me teddy bear punch you on the stomach.
Jab him,
If
man.
you love that, hey, God bless. Love this match all you want. It didn't do shit.
I'm not sure which one of us has more to lose out of that. Me and Jay in a hair versus hair match. I think either one of us doesn't have enough hair to worry about.
That's not a punch, but I'm getting back in the ring.
You know how to take a bump and
Savage, please.
I'm having a match. I'm having a match at the end of the night with
tell
somebody.
everybody watching here.
He's getting body.
Please,
Travis, you're gonna see it.
Savage,
Talk to somebody. Somebody's getting body slammed.
Please tell everybody, when you was in wrestling school, not only they took you how to show you how to take a bump, they show you how to throw a punch. Please tell me.
Well, listen, they show you, but at the end of the day, everybody is their own person. If you don't know how to do it or you're not good at something, you're like Marty said last night, man. If you can't get it in 2 years, you're probably not going to get it. But Jay, I don't have a problem with Hook's punches like you do.
Stop saying
I don't know what your obsession is.
Super Hook punches.
What is your obsession with Hook's punches? What is the problem? What is the problem? He's out here completing perfect German suplexes, chain German suplexes into bridges, into pins. He's hitting Taz flexes.
Like I didn't see a bunch of Germans that were awesome.
Jack Perry is showing us that he can be just like
First
Christian.
of all, whoever
is
likes
Christian.
Jack Perry
This is Christian.
This is Christian.
This is Christian.
This
That's
is
why Christian.
No, that's not
He's
even
the
a
reason why
championship.
this is
So if
happening.
you like Jack
Travis,
Perry
go
to
to
wear
all
a
the-
fake belt, by all means, you and all the
I'm not
idiots
falling
in
asleep.
Boston,
Just
you
shut
and
up.
all the
Learn.
idiots in
You
Boston
talk.
have a
Him
good
talk. You
time.
talk. Him talk.
Jack Perry,
I can't
congratulations,
understand.
Jack Perry. You
Try
won
to
a free
talk.
belt. Congratulations. You won a belt that don't mean shit. Congratulations, Jack Perry. You did it. Great fucking guy.
You know what? Jack Perry's gonna teach you a lesson, punk.
Not even a real belt. Well, when he wins a belt, he could teach me a lesson. That's not even a real
His
belt.
father's a Hollywood star. Have some respect.
You know what?
Put some respect on his name.
Here's the funny
Because
thing.
he did what it took to get the job
You
done,
see how
Travis.
everybody, I
Don't you
told
get
you
it?
these guys are Jack Perry fans and Hook fans. I told you guys.
So here's the thing that I'm more interested to know. The FTW championship. You're saying not a real championship. Technically, you're right. Not recognized by AEW. Like, other than Taz, who ever held this thing until it got to AEW? Did anybody other than Taz ever hold it?
What? Taz? Who else held it? What do you want to know right now?
Who fucking cares? It's a fake belt. No,
Yeah,
That's what I'm
listen,
saying.
listen,
It's
Travis,
either-
Hold
Hold
Even
on,
with
I'll
the-
settle this. Jay's not wrong when it comes to the title. The title is a fake title. It was created
I
by
agree.
Taz. It has no meaning. It's never been the fact that AEW is even
It's not
recognizing it as a title
recognized.
and putting the name up there. They're putting the name in the graphics, so it's got to be a little recognized at this point. But what does it mean? I don't know. And you know what, Jay? I don't even care. I do like Jack Perry tonight. I was impressed. I liked his new theme song, and I like that he didn't say a word. And he got in the ring and he gave Hook an
Can't
L.
fucking talk. Of course he can't say a word.
He doesn't need to. Don't worry. I'm gonna go talk to Jungle Boy. Savage is gonna take that job.
Yes,
I'm gonna
manage.
take Jack
Please
Perry to
manage
the top,
Please
kid.
manage
I can
both
take
of
a
them.
Jack
Doesn't
Perry
matter.
to the top. Because with
You
me
can
by
manage
his
both of
side,
them and you
he's
can't
not
take
gonna
them
get
all.
screwed. He's not gonna get screwed by bullshit. Because I can crush Christian. I can crush MJF. I'll make sure this kid is the world champion by next month. Because MJF's not focused right now, Travis. You understand what I'm saying? MJF's not focused. So when you have someone like me out there who's looking for the next best thing in professional wrestling, so I can take them under my wings and take them to the top of the mountain. Because a lot of these guys, they're up there on the cliffs and they're trying to get up there, goddammit.
Well, if Taz can't do it, you can't.
Just
You
need
gotta
a little
step up.
Savage in there.
All right.
So-
There's gonna be a
So I'm actually going to play devil's advocate here. Rewatching the beginning of it, I do see Jay's argument about those punches did look kind of weak, but the reverse side of this is I also see Savage's point in that he did pull off really good suplexes. So I think he needs to
This
be.
was actually the best match of the night. It was a serious match.
I might
With
have to
serious
take a break.
implications. Because one of these guys is headed to the top. And right now it's not Hook. It's Jack Perry.
Yeah, Hook's never going to head to the top unless they give him some sort of character. He's the cold-hearted, handsome devil who never talks. That's not a character. That's just...
Me, personally, I think there's more of a storyline with Taz by his side. Take Taz off commentary. Let
Make him the
him
manager.
go and handle his son for 2 or 3 years and have that bond, that father-son bond. It's the most classic, iconic bond that you have in movies, that you have in stories. It's the most classic tale, the father and the son and the father together, trying to take over the world. Why are they not giving that story to us? The real one. He's really his son. If my son was there, do you think I would allow anyone else to do anything with him?
No.
So I want to know what is stopping Taz from making sure. Is it Hook? Maybe Hook says that I got to go on my own. I don't know. But as far as storytelling goes, you get the old school Taz attitude out there. Where he just intimidates people, but just by walking to the ring, put some more respect on his name. Because they honor a lot of people all the time. They talk about this guy and this guy and this. Taz was the guy that would have been the world champion if we didn't get injured. Taz is the guy that would have came into WWE and got pushed to the moon to fight Triple H, to fight Stone Cold, to fight The Rock, to fight everybody. He came in and defeated Kurt Angle on his debut at a pay-per-view called the Royal Rumble. His father's a legend. And by having him on the commentary table, it takes away from that legend.
You're doing a disservice to Hook and to the audience by the fact that, look, I love Taz, but I want to see Taz in a manager role, not a commentary role.
No, I really think it would be the best story they could do for him, for Hook. I don't think I could see a better story than Taz being involved and making it serious. Like, he's there to get his son over, man. Jay, do you think so or no?
No, his son is trash. I'm waiting for the next segment, so I will stay.
All right, we're done. We're moving on. All right, he's trash. Congratulations. All right, Don Callis, Chris Jericho, they're having secret meetings. AEW camera nerd is on his patrol. He finds them. He obviously gets the secret location. It can't be that secret if you're there with the camera. They see him. They kick him out. Whatever. Then we see a photo of Taz. Taz says he doesn't even want to be on TV right now. He's visually upset. He's trying to be at least visually upset that his son just lost to Jack Barrett, but now we get a video match. And in my opinion, this again was entertaining.
Here it fucking comes.
I liked it. It was entertaining. But I didn't
Easy
like
as hell, but entertaining.
what I didn't like is, how can I say this? How can I say this without upsetting and disrespecting MJF, man? I just feel like it's overkill a little bit. I could have went like a week without seeing this again. Maybe tonight they just wrestle.
You're probably not going to see this again for a while because it's pretty obvious they're going to lose to FTR, break up, and there's how your feud goes.
You don't know that yet.
I don't, but I'm willing to bet money that they're not going to take the titles off of FTR and give them to MJF and Cole because MJF and Cole is a main event type thing. Why would you put the tag team titles on something that is a main event feud?
Because I don't think he could actually, like, do this right now. Like, you just had the match with him. You just lost to him. You want Adam Cole to be your guy that's going to take it off MJF. I don't know, man. MJF has to hold that title a little longer. Because if Adam Cole loses again to MJF, he's a loser. The next time he fights MJF, he should beat him.
Yeah.
Jay, do you agree with that or no?
Was it my turn to give the take on this?
Sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it. First of all, I almost plucked my eyes out watching this, but something far worse did that to me, and we'll get to that later on. We went from bad to improvement, back to bad. You could say overkill. I said this is unnecessary. I'm done with the shenanigans on this. You're trying to sell a few merch. That's great. You probably did. Kudos to you guys. But I do not give a flying fuck. I am convinced right now, right here, that person right there standing next to MGF, he works for the IMF. Basically, you know, I think there's a mask under him. I think he's an agent.
You're crazy.
Because
they went to the restaurant, okay?
I remember Adam Cole being a badass dude, and now he went from badass dude to eating rice in a bowl with chopsticks. For Jesus Christ.
First of all, they use spoons, okay?
I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to say this right now before I end this whole crap. I'm going to say this. MGF's championship run is lackluster. It's period. Yeah, he had a good match with Daniel Bryan. That's about it. Everything after that went to the shits. It gets more to shits. He doesn't need to do this. I can't take him seriously no more. Yeah, I saw the guy. Yeah, I was 10 feet away from the guy. But you know what? I don't want to be near the guy. I want him to lose the belt, whoever it is. But I am convinced right there that's an agent that works for the IMF. I don't know, Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise shit. That's one right there because that's not Adam Cole. And Travis knows that's not Adam Cole. But he's going to say that's Adam Cole. But that's definitely not him. That's definitely not Adam Cole.
Travis, I don't know what he's been smoking, but what was your take on this whole segment before I close it?
Poor Jay obviously needs glasses. He's getting old.
Put a timer on Jay too. He's excessive.
Talk to us how you love this segment, please.
I didn't say I love this segment. I said this segment is exactly what it is. It's like those cheesy 80s, buddy cop action films. Cheesy, but fun to watch.
We forgot to say MJF's championship run is lackluster, and we don't want to see him with the belt.
You say it's lackluster. You're the only motherfucker on the planet I know who says that.
That's saying the truth.
Literally, I don't know any other human being on this planet that says that.
Then you lost your fucking mind.
No, Jay, that's an opinion, all right? You're entitled to have one, but as so is everybody else. I don't think his shit's been lackluster. I do think he needs to start beating
that is
more
an IMF
opponents.
agent with MJF.
But this is the way that you keep the title on him without him shitting on everybody. Because every time he beats somebody, he shits on them. So they're going to limit the amount of times he shits on them.
I'm so confused right now. What the hell is IMF? Like, I'm like, is this
Mission
like
Impossible when those guys dress up in masks as other people? That's what we're watching right here. Somebody is dressed up as the real Adam Cole, and they kidnapped the real Adam Cole, and they put him in this little jar, and he's in a deception.
All right, Jay, listen. Jay, before I call up Bellevue and have you committed for losing your fucking mind, do me a favor and shut the fuck up for a minute because you're out of your mind right now. Who cares whether it is or isn't the real Adam Cole? The point is that's Adam Cole on TV. That's who we see. And right now, they're better than you, baby. And that's all you need to know, bro. All right? This was good facials, good expressions, good acting, good storytelling. And tonight, the match further, showed that. Here we go. Another word with Don Callis and Chris Jericho. They call this guy a fat joke. I mean, look at this guy. How are you going to go interview Don Callis dressed like that? Who goes around interviewing people with t-shirts?
First of all, I'm surprised to see Don Callis on live TV after he got attacked by a fan. So I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Because that fan doesn't have the testicular fortitude to do anything to Don Callis.
That was a nasty looking tackle, though. And if I'm Don Callis, and Don, you can quote me on this, sue the shit out of that guy. Take everything he owns.
That guy probably doesn't own anything, so good for him.
Take his wife.
He probably doesn't have one. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD in action up next, and she has a match. I don't even know who it's against because honestly, it was over. It was over before I could even turn around.
Here's the problem.
All right, Travis, go for it. You go.
Okay, here's the problem I'm consistently having. The booking of Britt Baker is so all over the damn place. Like 1 week she's getting beat up by the outcast or whatever they're called. The next she's beating somebody in a 5-second squash match. It's like which one is it? Is she supposed to be a badass or is she supposed to be a victim getting attacked by the outcast? Like make up your mind. I just don't get it. I don't get what the booking decision here is. Okay. It's too inconsistent.
Jay, your Britt Baker take in 60 seconds or less.
First of all, they book Britt with Cole. Cole with Britt. Britt with Cole. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what week. Doesn't matter what day or night. The fact of the matter is this. What was the fucking point of having her on TV tonight? And I didn't like the fact, and you said, I don't know who that other person is. Well, I know who that person is. That person is Kayla Spark. She's from New York. She has over 20 years experience, and she is the current Immortal Champion, Women's Wrestling Champion they have. And this is how they treat her? I can't even believe she signed up because she really thought she was going to get a shot on live TV. This wasn't a shot. I thought it was a bad bury. I don't understand why she even did this. I hated it, this guy. I hated this with a passion.
I hated it with a passion. Well, listen, there wasn't much to watch to really hate, to be honest with you.
You buried a woman.
It was over
right now.
Hey, what are they doing with her? Wait, but listen,
she's over 20 years. Debuted in September 21st, 2002.
She's there to work for Britt Baker. She did. End of story. All right, baby, look at that sweater. Look at that jacket, Jay. Look at the merch. Look at the possibilities.
The worst of the worst.
I mean, this kid's over here talking about.
I think Gilch already bought it.
Meanwhile, look at the merch. Look at the new theme song. Maybe MJF still has some insecurities because we saw what happened after the match, obviously. And look at this guy. I mean, this guy's like a puppy dog chasing around Adam Cole. What are we doing to Roderick Strong over here? That's the real question. What are we doing to poor Roderick over here?
I know. We know exactly what they're doing to Roderick.
Not only is he like a puppy dog, Travis, but he's got a neck brace on.
We know exactly what they're doing to Roderick Strong. The exact same thing WWE did. Wasting him.
They're wasting him. I don't think they're wasting him, but they're not. Is he really injured right now?
No.
Or is that a work? No. Okay. So why?
That's his angle because he plays a perfect actor when he's injured.
No.
We've all seen it on NXT. Now we're seeing.
How do you go from NXT being injured, right, in the storyline there, and now you just come to AEW and you're injured here?
Okay, Gianna, we got it, but that's not Cole. That's an IMF agent.
Good God, man! Let the IMF agent go.
Stop watching movies. And don't do what Marty Jannetty said last night with the tomatoes and the Clorox and all that. Don't. If you tried that today, you done? Don't do it. Chris Jericho is going to come out for this match. He's going to join commentary, and he tells them to cut the song. The crowd's still loving Chris Jericho. They're still singing the song until MJF's song came. and the crowd sounded like they were losing their minds for this new version of the song. Adam Cole said he had a surprise because MJF got the matching tights, Adam Cole got the matching jacket, and then Adam Cole had one surprise. It was a new song that's like a merge of MJF's and Adam Cole's, baby, and the crowd seemed to be into it. They were loving it. What I didn't appreciate was the fact that this even happened, but I get it. It's 2023. We got to try to be a little different. And if anything, this is MJF trying to, I guess, maybe get Daniel Garcia over a little bit. Giving him a chance to shine and look good. And MJF considers himself a performer, so he probably, this is probably his idea. You've been doing that dance. He's like, I can do that better. Let's have a dance off. And that's what we got a dance off. He goes, takes on the music, disco inferno status kind of music. And this was the final pose between Sammy and Daniel Garcia. They kind of messed up their routine just a little bit, but they still managed to finish it. But at least they had a routine. MJF and Adam Cole did not have a routine. I thought MJF looked phenomenal, dancing, a good dancer. And then I don't know what Adam Cole did except thrust his hips like an animal. Literally thrusted his hips and swiveled it the whole time.
Hey,
It
you know
was
what?
hard to watch, and I think that's why, Travis. And we're gonna I can't believe we're even gonna get back to this point. But this is why Jay doesn't think this is Adam Cole.
You know what? The thrust hip, it's fine. It's worked all these years with Britt, so. But before I go all Marty Jannetty in this stream and start talking about cookies, anyways, the start of this match did nothing for me. Like that part was too silly for me. But see, like I'm weird. I don't mind all the, goofy, them at Chinese food restaurants and conquering spicy food and all that. But when the bell rings and you get the match started, it needs to be serious. I've never liked these goofy gimmicks. I didn't like it with No Way Jose. I didn't like it with the New Day. I don't like, in my mind, when the bell rings, I want you to be pretending to quote Gunther, that mat is sacred.
Jay, you know what this is? This is 41 clips that were created from last night's video. And this program here, Opus Clips, does all the work.
Surprised it's not more.
Some of them are very funny, the titles, to be honest. The larger-than-life WWE legend who dominated the ring. They stole the show. Ignore the mistakes. These performers are incredible. Hilarious wrestling story. Accidental murder behind a bowling alley. The unexpected twist behind the Orient Express story. Unveiling the pricey souvenir scam. Travelers beware. Okay. Unforgettable behind-the-scenes antics at Tony's first wrestling match. Unleashing the breakthrough talent. Get front row access to Edge of Greatness. Oh, wow. I'm sure this clip is good. This is me. Unforgettable night out, embracing life while heading to Dad's restaurant. Wow. I'm sure that's going to come back to haunt me at some point in my life.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to come back to haunt you soon.
No, maybe. But here's the thing, though. I don't care. It's the difference between me and most other mortals. I don't care. I don't know if I'm going to upload any of those. I got to clear that with a big man. We'll see. But let's get back to this AEW.
Hey, Gianna, who's on the show? If you're not going to get on the show...
Hey, he's Travis, he does have a link, so I wouldn't keep running that mouth right there.
No, I don't care. Get him on here. Let the poser get on.
Jesus. All right, well, the dance-off was a thing, but it was interrupted by Daniel Garcia. We didn't get an actual results from the audience or anything like that because Sammy and Danny just decided to jump MJF and Adam Cole, and we're off to the races. And this, too, was a spot fest for a double clothesline. The one cool thing we got out of this match was some decent super kicks, double Spanish fly. Nice super kick there as well from the fake Adam Cole for Jay. But what we got that I was shocked, and I didn't think I'd ever see this. Here's MJF actually doing a propane suicide up. Yeah. But we know who's gonna win because they hit the double clothesline and that shit is over. Sammy and Daniel Garcia go on to disrespect for Jericho and just walk right by him. MJF would get upset because Adam Cole was holding on to his bait. They hug and make up because the audience wanted them to. But MJF had this look as Adam Cole. So they're planting the seeds for the betrayal, but I think that's all they are, seeds that won't come to fruition.
Dude, like, speak into your microphone. You're going up and down on the quality
Up
of it.
and down. I'm going up and down now. It's too loud, Travis.
No, that's fine. That's like Mr. Kennedy stuff. I'm good with it.
No. We don't want to make people deaf over here. FTR comes out. We have the face-off, and we know what the match is going to be at Collision on the 29th. I'm kind of upset that it's not going to be the 22nd, the night that I'm going to be there. And speaking of which, to get off topic for a second, I need to talk to Jay and Travis right now. We got to have a serious discussion, gentlemen, about the schedule this week because my son's birthday celebration begins tomorrow, so I will not be here for Impact. I will not be here for SmackDown. Saturday I'm going to be at Collision. So I definitely want to do a Collision show starting probably at like 6 o'clock with me live at Collision. And then maybe I just pass it off to you, Travis, at like 7 o'clock.
I'll try to give a hand if I
or
can.
7:30.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even come into the show. Like, you can come and hang out, whatever, but don't come take over until I leave because I won't even be able to hear you. But I'll just be walking around with a microphone, like talking.
You sure you can't get a refund? Can't get a refund on the ticket?
Tony Khan sent me the ticket, so there's nothing to refund.
You sure you can't call him back and give it back to him?
I can't do that. I'm not going to bother Mr. Khan like that.
Okay.
I'll try.
I have to go talk to Mr. Khan on Saturday. I really do. Hopefully he gives me more than 2 minutes so I can change the course of professional wrestling as we know it. Are you guys ready to get back to this, though?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I'm ready.
So, yeah, Travis, just let me know if you want, by the end of the show, just think on it, if you want me to create the SmackDown and the Impact streams for you.
Yeah, I'll do both.
All right, sounds like a plan. Here we have Mr. FTR, Dax, and predictions, gentlemen. Who do you think is going to win this match, Jay?
FTR, for God's sake.
Okay, Travis?
FTR.
All right, I'm going to say it's going to be Adam Cole and MJF, new tag team champions. But now we're on to our main event, Blood and Guts. But first, we have a new toy, Owen Hart toy being released. It looked like Taz was trying to steal that Chase figure from Excalibur. You can hear Excalibur ask for him back. He's like, can I have that back, Taz? He's like, I'm a nerd.
Gets worse. Every slide I see gets worse.
Now we have this promo over here. Best friends. We're trying to get Nick Wynn and Darby Allin to give him a high five or something like that. Darby convinced Orange Cassidy to fight one of his friends, and then whatever this was. Why was Sharky there? Anybody know why Sharky was there?
Somebody tell me why Stanlander's back with the stupid best friends.
Well, hold on. Sharky was there? I missed that part. Okay. I can tell you why he's
All the
there.
silliness was
Because
from the beginning.
clearly AEW went giant life-size mannequins work for Bray. Let's try it.
I like Sharky. Jay, do you like Sharky?
Let's just get to the main event, right?
Sharky's here, ladies and gentlemen. It's here. Sharky, you've been waiting for him your entire life, and now Sharky is here. Action figure coming soon. It will probably hit shelves before Max Caster's figure. Kenny Omega, kind of promo before his match. He comes out. Maybe the best professional wrestler in the world today. And little by little, all the different wrestlers are going to come out to the ring. And in my opinion, I think they should just all come out at the same time. Because it becomes too spotty. Oh. And Cesaro, he really messed up tonight with a couple of spots. He was just standing there and waiting for move after move after move after move. This guy's waiting in this corner. John Moxley decides to come out with a fork, attack people. They don't even bleed. How are you stabbing people with forks, dropping glass, and yet you're the only one that's bleeding, you fucking asshole? I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of the
Because
violence
it's his-
and the abuse that leads to only him bleeding.
I have
Travis,
said it before. I will say it again. Jon Moxley didn't get to do this in WWE, so now he's indulging his personal blood fetish that he has
all right.
on AEW,
Maybe,
and
okay,
we're
well,
all having to endure it.
All right, blood fetish. Yeah, Jay, what did you think about this bed of nails that Jon Moxley introduced? They started calling him "you sick effer," "you sick effer." Kenny Omega was taking the most.
I'd rather wait to the end. I'd rather wait to the end.
Yeah, he's gonna wait to the end. I mean, we got more screenshots here, and Travis, real quick, let's get your take on this match before I finish with the screenshots, and then we'll go to Jay.
I don't know, man. The blood and guts gimmick in general, to me, like, I kind of get the point of it. Like, it's their equivalency of doing War Games, but the problem is, it's not as good as War Games. War Games is a lot better. I don't know what they need to do, but here's my number one thing. It's time to see someone other than Moxley and his group in Blood and Guts. Like, I want to see a Blood and Guts of mid-carders. Not necessarily like, oh, this is the most famous person in our company. Like, give me one that can get me invested in the gimmick, not who's in the match.
Okay. Jay?
Yeah, I wrote a lot of notes for this because I think this is very important, that this is probably by far the worst piece of shit I've ever seen of 2023. I'm going to get to every step of the way. And if I'm wrong, please tell me if I'm wrong. Please let me know. I'm going to start off. Claudio comes in the ring and all he does is European punches and chops. European punches and chops. What the fuck? I remember him years ago doing more than just that. Now he just become that. Then Page comes looking like a member of the Dork Order with those pants on. I didn't understand that crap. Then Moxley comes in with a screwdriver, stabbing everybody like a maniac, and then he smashes it on Omega and Page, and then he used forks. Shit. Now we're in really deep trouble. That's what I wrote. Moxley is looking down on the fucking glass because he's not in position to do a fucking spot to land himself. So he looks at the glass, gets to it, waits for the spot. Boom. I rest my case. Then everybody's taking the glass spot. Jesus, we really need help here. So I wrote. When Moxley dropkicked Omega to the bed of nails, this is the part that really I lost hope for. Oh, Claudio, I can't even believe if he's Ring of Honor champion. When Moxley dropkicked Omega to the bed of nails, Claudio was just holding the ropes, stepping on somebody's head, and fucking watching the shit spot fest. That's what I wrote. Then the real hero comes, Kota Ibushi. Woo, yeah, Kota Ibushi. And this is what he did. This is what really impressed me, Travis. I don't know. You're the New Japan expert. Let me see if I get this right. Omega and Kota get ready for a tag team spot on Takeshita. And then Kota missed with the kick and hit Omega. Jesus Christ, what the fuck did I just see? Maybe I was the only one that saw that. Maybe I was the only one that saw Moxley kiss the camera. He kissed the camera. Jesus Christ. This was the best thing. The best thing of this match that I seen by far was Pac leaving the ring so he could save his career. That's what I wrote here, to save his career. That's what I wrote. That was probably the best thing that I ever saw in this. I don't know what this was, guys. If you guys like this, I know the TD Garden liked it. I think Boston is a bunch of idiots because they like this, but this was by far the worst thing I've ever saw in my life.
I don't know that I'll say worst thing I've ever seen in my life. This was definitely, look, there's been, 3 or 4 blood and guts matches. This is absolutely the worst one for this gimmick. Like you said, a lot of spot fast, obvious. The glass thing with Moxley really pissed me off because it was like, he was almost like, guys, there's supposed to be a spot here. Are we doing the spot? Hold on, we're not doing the spot. What if I pretend we're doing the spot? That was terrible. And yeah, I have to admit, I was kind of disappointed. I was really expecting Kota to come in and be a lot more like smooth. And I don't know.
How can you be smooth with 10 guys in the ring and glass and thumbtacks and one guy
I
stabbing
don't know.
somebody with a
He
fork,
covered him. He was
other
getting-
guys going for buckshot lariats,
His
and
match style doesn't work
Cesaro
Match
actually
doesn't work.
looking at him on camera. The cameraman should be fired, whoever was filming that buckshot lariat, where Cesaro's like pretending to be dizzy, and then he looks at Hangman. I mean, like, what are we doing here? And then another cameraman decides to start filming. Someone was doing a big spot. I think it was during the Jungle Boy match. I think it was something with a drop kick or something. And they're about to do a kick or something. And the cameraman from like 200 feet away has his shot. And we missed the drop kick or missed the kick. What are we doing tonight here? Unprofessional on some things. And the two things I learned tonight from AEW. One, I will not be taking my son to AEW anytime soon. Like, at all. Not if we're going to be just having this maniac running out there, you know, trying to make other people bleed, and then the only thing that he does is ends up making himself bleed. You know, I'm not paying money for my son to see Jon Moxley. As long as Jon Moxley works for AEW, my son will not be watching it. How about
I
them
don't think you
cookies?
should watch it, period.
Well, I won't go that far because I personally like it, but it's not for kids. It's not for a 5-year-old. It's not for a 10-year-old. Shit, it's not even for a 12-year-old.
Yeah, you know,
12-year-old sees that, goes to school tomorrow, takes a fork, and stabs the teacher in the eye. You know.
Why don't you get the tickets to Mick Thompson? I mean, give it to him, man.
Oh, here we go.
So, you know, it's funny you mentioned this because I made that argument months ago, and I'm sure y'all remember this, but when MJF did the whole, you know, like splash the drink on the kid's face or whatever, and people were getting mad and frustrated and like, how dare MJF do that? I'm like, MJF is the fucking devil, people. That is his gimmick. Like, if you brought your 12-year-old kid to a AEW show in the front row for an MJF match and you didn't think that MJF was going to do something like that, you're an idiot.
Yeah, we get that already, Travis. It's been well documented. But let's get to this, all right? We got some matches that are going to be announced for the Royal Rampage on Friday night. And this match on Saturday, apparently, I'll be there live for this. Malachi Black in action, taking on the Acclaimed. Daddy Ass in action. Here we go with another 3-on-3. Pointless match. It is a pointless match because all we're doing is burying somebody. I don't think... I do not.
You're blaring the Acclaimed. There's no way the
Acclaim's not winning. Acclaim's not winning. But Royal Rampage is going to happen. Winner gets a shot at the TNT Championship at all.
This is what it came down to.
Now we also have Johnny TV, QT Marshall, and Aaron Solo versus the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass on Friday night. Chris Statlander's taking on Marina Shafir.
God.
And that's going to be just another squash match for Statlander. Make sure you sign up to the Premier Streaming Network. And the reason you want to do that is because Edge of Greatness is coming, and it's going to be one you will not want to miss.
Wrestling fans, Battlefield Pro Wrestling is back on Premier Streaming Network and live in Broadheadsville July 30th with Edge of Greatness. Come see KC Navarro take on the indie god Matt Cardona in a street fight. In addition, the East Coast ace Jordan Oliver debuts to take on Encore Moore. And last, we determined BPW Tag Team Champions in a gauntlet. All this July 30th live!
Yeah, it's going to be a really good time, so you can watch it on pay-per-view live. You're not going to want to miss it. Savage is going to be there. Savage also does Outlaw Wrestling. I'll let you know the next show as soon as I know it. Dark Side of the Ring is coming soon, and that means the Party with Marty is coming soon. Last night, you got to see a little sample. If you're one of my loyal listeners, then you were in for a treat last night. If you're an old-school wrestling fan, I guarantee you will have enjoyed the conversation with Marty Jannetty as always, was very wild and not our typical show. But Party with Marty's not going to be your typical show. It's going to be a little out there, but it's going to have celebrities. It's going to have guests. It's going to have Kurt Angle. It's going to have Rob Van Dam. It's going to have Diamond Dallas Page. It's going to have Alicia Fox. It's going to have The Godfather. It's going to have D'Lo Brown. It's going to have Mark Henry, Tommy Dreamer, Bully Ray. I can keep going. The guest list is deep. Party with Marty is going to be real. Now, go subscribe to my cousin Cri Text, because I'm not famous yet. He's not famous yet. But just give me 365 more days to show you what famous looks like. Marty Jannetty is going to be at 90s Wrestling Con. If you're in the area, make sure you come on down. You can party with Marty at the Rockaway Mall in Rockaway, New Jersey. Wrestling 90s Con, Saturday, 10 a.m. It's going to be the party. You're not going to want to miss. And the Party with Marty will be rolling through 90s Wrestling Con at Legends Fan Fest. Jimmy Hart will be there. Marty Jannetty will be there. We'll be there all day. So if you're in the area, come on down, meet a legend. You can DM me for mail-in orders or autographs. You can send your stuff. We'll take care of you, man. DM me or send me an email, wrestlingwithsavage@gmail.com. You can come to Wrestle Bash. I will be there live with the biggest legend in the building. When it comes to old school legends, there's no one in that building that holds a candle to Haku, not even DDP, because DDP doesn't go as far back as Haku does. Haku is a walking, living, immortal legend. Real life bloodline, real life Samoan powerhouse, and somebody that even Andre the Giant was scared of. So come on down and meet Haku, and while you're there, meet Black Dahlia, who's making her comeback into the world of wrestling this year, and Casey Navarro, the fastest rising star on the independent scene in the world. They will all be there at WrestleBash. Haku, Casey Navarro, Black Dahlia, the Chainsaw Queen. Come meet them. Or if you don't want to come to that, you can also meet Black Dahlia in Queens, New York on August 19th. She will be at the Wrestling Universe. Coming soon, Wrestling with Savage and the Indie God. My special guest, Matt Cardona, the Deathmatch King, will be here for an interview after his match with Casey Navarro. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen at Edge of Greatness. You're not going to want to miss it. Savage will be there. Matt Cardona, Casey Navarro, main event. And we all are going to be crowning the first ever BPW Tag Team Champions of the World. And I will be doing an exclusive interview with the new champions of the world right after their win live on the Premier Streaming Network. Very proud to say that.
Are you a betting man, Savage?
Sure.
Who do you think's going to be it?
Oh, I can't make a pick yet. I still have to. I got to talk to all the teams, which I'm going to do the day of there. I got to see where everybody's head is at, where their mental state is at, because there's been a lot of shenanigans at BPW throughout the last year. A lot of backstabbing, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of emotions running high. You have South Philly's finest. You have championship material. I mean, there could be a surprise tag team. For all we know, we see Jacob Batu come back with Sean Maluda. The Samoan Dynasty could just pop up and decide to take those championships from everybody. Code Red and Prime Time Heat. Serious favorites in that one. But time will tell, man. And there's some new tag teams in the mix. Bryce Reedus, I'm sure, is going to find a tag team partner. There's a lot of talent at BPW. If you haven't seen BPW, you should definitely check it out, man. This is the intro to the show. I'll give you a little sneak peek into the action. Very cool trailer, very cool company, one of the better promotions in the country. And their performance center is incredible. If you haven't been down to Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania, hey, make a trip out of it. Make a weekend out of it. Go to Hershey Park on Saturday. Come to Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania on Sunday, man. Hang out in the Poconos. Make a day of it. Go for a picnic. Go out. Go for a trail. Go for a hike. Hey, man, go white water rafting. And then at 5 p.m., get your ass down to 137 Aaron Lane in Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania, and watch 2.5 hours of some of the best professional wrestling you're going to see. That's a promo.
Let me ask y'all this. I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this. Jay, you can go first, then Savage, whoever I know. But do you think that going forward they should just drop the blood and guts completely? Like just do away with this gimmick match and just stick with the normal one-on-one matches?
Earlier you said you like tradition.
Mm-hmm.
So you wanted to strip this now?
No, I think that the problem is with a tradition is you want a tradition of good matches, not a tradition of us looking at going and like in the history of Blood and Guts. Would you say
this was the only bad Blood and Guts match so far? Because I'm sure Jay will say no. This is probably like the fifth.
This is the only one I would say was straight up bad. The other ones were still kind of just not really my thing. I think they're a little too gimmicky. But I do think that yes, this one was bad.
It was bad.
You can't get rid of it because AEW is desperate for ratings. This is probably their biggest rating they're gonna have, regardless of how trash it was. And they need the numbers. Collision's not pulling the numbers they thought they'd do. They're doing Rampage numbers at 525,000, and that's not good. That's not good at all. So they need this crap, regardless of how shitty it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, I still had a good time with the show overall, though. As silly as it was, as bad as it was, I still had a good time with the show because there was a lot of action, and I did enjoy seeing Wheeler Useless, whatever his name is, get beat up. Right? They choked the shit out of him. He was getting abused the most out of everybody. It looked like he was getting sacrificed. And we didn't even talk about this. Why did Pac turn his back on everybody? Why did he get the bull cutter to break out of the ring? Why did Don Callis take Takeshita and abandon the BCC? Is this going to lead to now a feud between Don Callis and the BCC, and that's why Jericho is going to have to join?
I think Pac saved his career by walking out of that crap. I would have done the same thing a lot earlier.
All right, but where do you send Pac from here, Jay? How do you book him?
Same place we send him, in Limbo. Send him back to Limbo.
How do you book next week, Jay? If you're booking Dynamite, how do you move forward right now?
Honestly, I don't know. With the trash I just saw tonight, I don't even know how I can move forward with anybody, any wrestler, male or female. I'm telling you.
Like, for example, if I told you,
really
let's say I'm Tony Khan, and I'm like, Jay, listen, I need help. What do I do with Hook next week?
I basically have him do a backstage interview.
That's
Little
it. Just
promo,
backstage interview.
and that's it.
And what are you doing with Jack Perry?
Maybe he gets attacked. Maybe he gets attacked by Perry. I'll accept it, but nothing more. As soon as he talks, maybe Perry hits him, and that's it. And the segment.
And what do you do now with John Moxley?
The same thing I always do with him. I let him go out, be a fool, and bleed himself to death in front of everybody on live TV. Same thing I've been always doing. That's what Tony Khan, always love to do. I like to put the Hardys to their death.
Travis, how about you? What do you do with Hook?
So
I like
first of all,
doing European uppercuts.
I agree with Jay. I actually think that it should be like a, Hook promo. Oh, I'm mad about losing the title, and then just gets immediately just blasted by him. As for John Moxley, there's a very simple solution here. You know what you should do, Tony Khan? Couple simple words. Paid vacation. Give us a break from John Moxley.
I was actually preaching that for 2 months straight. 2 months ago,
I know you
3
were.
months ago. I
agreed with you.
That's not going to happen.
I agreed with you then. I agree with you now.
Not going to happen.
I don't know that I hate John Moxley. I mean, we can get into that one later. But what I do know is this. I've had an overexposure of John Moxley. I need a break.
All right, where's the phone? We got 2 minutes left. Let's see if we can get one story out of Marty.
We have to after the show. After this AEW show.
We're going to take the shades off for a moment. We're going to kayfabe this bitch.
Here comes the AO rating for the episode.
We kayfabing, baby.
I'm telling you, you should cancel.
To be clear, Savage, last night I sent in the chat. It's not the private chat. Not my fault. You don't look. I literally said 15 minutes early. I was like, dude, I gotta go. I gotta get up early tomorrow.
That's great. Take yourself off camera next time. Don't ever. Awesome. I will pile drive you through a birthday cake.
I thought I did take myself off camera. Did I not?
Not when you were snoring.
I don't.
This is you.
I don't snore. I have one.
I don't think why is answering.
I miss you, Marty.
You might be sleeping.
Probably sleeping.
Stay in the house, not in the house. Leave a message and I'll call you back sooner than possible. Thank you.
Sooner than possible.
At the tone, please record your message.
That's Marty's night.
I miss.
I know you miss him. It's all right. You'll see plenty of Marty soon enough, my friend. All right. Tomorrow night, Travis will be here for Impact. I don't know if Jay's going to be here with him.
Pop in after the Slammiversary.
We got to try to get Thomas or one of these guys. There's so many guys that watch Impact that aren't helping out, and it's sad. They're part of the Savage Kingdom when they feel like it. we need to get some people to help Travis out.
Oh, by the way, don't know if y'all heard or not. They are in contract negotiations, but it sounds like there's a very good chance Nick Aldis is going to WWE now.
Yeah, I heard that. We'll find out. Stay tuned. Stay tuned and find out what happens here. Travis will be back here for Impact. I'll be back here on Saturday. Listen, I'll see what happens at the hotel. Maybe I'll come on for SmackDown from the pool. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, I'm out of here. Everybody have a good night.
Time with your family, man.
Yeah, but they go to sleep early. When you have a kid, you'll find out. The babies go to bed 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. What do you think they're doing at 11 o'clock? They're partying? They're sleeping. They're sleeping.
Well, I mean, if they're exposed to Uncle Marty, they'll be partying at like 5 years old. They'll be up until 2 in the morning.
Hey, man. That sounds like a reality show that I would watch. All right. I'm out of here.
Bye.
Nice Tiffany.
Pedigree once